Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Really fun video. I do this every year. Every year I go to the PGA show website, not the PGA show, but the PGA show website, and I go through the exhibitors list and I basically choose all the training aid and tech because that's really what I care about the most, and pick out what I think the best things are. Really, I go through everything and I give it a rating. I went to the PGA show a couple years ago. I think it was a down year that I went, and there wasn't that much stuff. And in more recent years, especially since COVID, there has been a big kind of push. It kind of seems like we're seeing the after effects of the big boom in golf that happened post COVID. Now the after effects and the money and things that are coming into it. So we're finally seeing some really cool things, or not finally. There's been other cool things, but we're seeing a lot of cool things. I've been through the list a little bit this year, so we're going to show all the stuff there, and I'm going to give you my opinion. And also, I've been quite a few times brought on as a consultant to companies. This is free consulting. This is me giving my full opinion, not full, but a pretty raw opinion, first reaction to what they have. So let's share the screen right now. And I am going to go to the exhibitor list right here. So this is it. You guys can go here yourselves. This is the exhibitor directory. All right, so what I do is I go here, and it's the same every year. I go here and go down to, we're going to do technology and training aids. This might be a little too much. And a lot of these things we can skip. Systems and software, internet services. Nah, this is not stuff we want. We want training aids. Let's go here. And product categories. Training aids. Okay, I guess we'll get both. And if something is like too much in just like, tea time systems or things like that, we don't care about that. We want training aids for the most part. What is anything that will make us better at golf? If you have a company and you think you can make golfers better at golf, let me know. I have many ideas in my mind of things that should be made and are not made, but let's see what the best stuff is. I might have to delete technology if it's going to be too annoying. Jonas Club software is, we're going to golf technology, accurate playable. No. We're going to delete this and go only to training aids. Training aids and technology, we're going to get rid of technology because that muddies the water too much. Let's go to technology. Let's go to training aids. All right. Okay, so let's, from the top, somebody who paid to have a featured thing, GF Japan Inc. Let's see what this is. These are grips. Cadero, a brand of golf grips made in Taiwan. Looks boring. So, not even going to give that a rating. Okay, let's actually skip the featured ones because we're going to skip the featured one. All right, let's go to 9putt. Okay, this is something that I've seen before. 9putt is a platform that you roll out, and it makes like 9 putts, okay? Each 9 holes, and you hit it to each one, and they get smaller and smaller and smaller, and you try to see if you can get into this tiniest hole. I think this actually is a pretty good idea, because the main thing that this challenges, in my mind, the main thing this challenges with putting is that when you putt, it's really tough to build the lines in your own mind. Meaning, like, to get aligned. Like, if you think of whatever, it's EA Sports Golf, or now whatever the video game golf is, where it puts a grid on the virtual green, and then it shows the balls rolling. That's like, if you could have that, you would be a much better putter. But you can't have that in golf; it's illegal. So you have to kind of put that grid down in your mind. So here, as you're doing these 9 putts and you're readjusting, yourself to each one. You're having to rebuild that grid in your mind, and it's kind of training that muscle, and it's getting smaller and smaller. I would be interested to see this thing on a slight, maybe like a 1% slope. And I mean, getting to that final one, that is ridiculously small to get onto that one. So it's quite a feat to actually get this thing, to complete the all 9 putts. I think there's something to it. What everybody's going to ask, of course, is this thing looks pretty basic but pretty well made. I bet you it's expensive. So let's see if we can see how much the 9 putt is. So let's go here, 9 putt, and shop here. And the 9 putt is, all right, it's $200. Okay, that's not too bad. If you look at the cost of a lot of these mats, and here is, let's see how big this thing is. Okay, it's got some size to it. I actually think this would be a good idea for golfers. Make it a little challenge. It's super basic. You don't have to hook it up to your phone. So, all right, the 9 putt I will give a 7 out of 10. I think that actually will make you better at golf. So let's go to training aids, and we did 9 putt, right? Okay, so now we're going to go to arrow swing. So arrow swing is something that it's a new exhibitor at the show, but it's been around for a while. You can see it puts this like pineapple wind resistance thing onto your club. I don't know how heavy the arrow swing is, but I do know that there is some validity to it. This could for sure make you faster. When I did that thing with all the sponges on the driver shaft, that got a lot of people comparing it to the arrow swing. The arrow swing, I think, it's pretty good. It has a smart system that says like, okay, you use 1 pineapple, then you use 2, then you use 3, then you go none. And I think that there is something to it. I would like to see like a let's see if we can. But I would like to see, I think, some before and afters and like some scientific studies or whatever to see like how effective it is. But I think this, especially for somebody who's a very arms-dominated player, the more resistance you load onto the shaft, it can get you start to use your body a whole lot more. So I like the arrow swing. I will give the arrow swing a 6.5 out of 10. Just because it's to be determined how much it would help. This is annoying that it goes all the way back to the beginning every time. All right, aim spot alignment ball marker. There's a lot of things like this at the show that are, if it is what I think. Okay, this is kind of neat. This goes along where it's like a system that goes with the ball marker. So it's not only do you have to buy the ball marker, you have to buy into the system of how to putt with this ball marker. I've seen it's like you set it up straight at the hole, right? And then you take this slider and you slide it in. You slide it onto the your actual how you want to start it. So you set that up straight to the hole. Then you go over here and you nudge it, and then you line that up. And I think that's pretty cool. It's pretty classy for what it is. Won the best new product 4 years ago, so that's pretty good. $350 per piece. So if a golf shop gets this and puts their logo on it, I think that's all right. Let's see. Buy it now on Amazon. Let's see that. Share this tab instead. Okay, it's not much either. So I think it's a good idea for what it is. I've seen ball markers that are really expensive. Free advice, if I was this company, I would make this, but then I would also make one pure out of metal that's just like really nice looking, kind of like I've seen other people do, and charge it, instead of it being $12, you would charge $50 for it. But it would be made out of nice metal with ball bearings or something, or it would be like a fidget spinner where you can like kind of play with it at the same time. I think this is cool. And I could see you getting real into using this thing to putt. So I will give this also a 6 out of 10. This is a good video. Let's see, does he make the putt? Yes, he does. All right, I like that. I thought that was cool. Oh, I'm not sharing anymore. I was watching the video. Okay, let's keep sharing here. Golly. All right, hold on a second. I gotta get my page back on. We're gonna do this because this is annoying. We're gonna do PGA show exhibitor list directory. Then we're gonna go to training aids. Product categories, that's what I want. More training aids. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. Sorry about that. Little speed bump there. Exhibitor directory. Okay. Let's go to the next thing. So that was, we did 9-putt, arrow swing, aim spot, bar. Let's do the birdie lens. Okay, let's see if this is what I remember it from. I said. Okay, the birdie lens. The birdie lens. Where do you go? birdielens.com. Okay, this is the type of thing that I think will be very, very difficult to market. But let's just see what it is. Redefine your game with Birdie Lens with advanced AR. So AR means augmented reality. Glasses paired with portable launch monitor. You'll stay fully engaged with every shot, refining your swing and keeping your eyes on the course, not your phone. Birdie Lens creates a seamless training and playing experience that combines vision data and mobility. Golfers can now see smarter practice anywhere, play with precision. So, all right, so there's 3 things here. There's the smartwatch, the launch monitor, and the AR glasses, and how those things work together, I'm not really sure. There's a lot of lower cost launch monitors out this year. That seems to be like a big push. But it's basically like the real value in a launch monitor is knowing what the club is doing. I mean, and that's still where you need a lot of money. Their model has a good swing. Okay, I saw these demoed at the thing. The real interesting thing is the glasses and how well you can see the information that goes up on there. So like up here, if you could turn golf into feeling like a video game, and you could see like, okay, here's where the pin is going to be, this is how far you have, and it's seamless. Like you always know how far you have to front, back, and middle. You always know how far you have to like certain important features like the bunker and things like that. And I think even wearing it in the glasses, I think that would be legal because it's all common knowledge stuff. Just it's nothing, it's not giving you any information that isn't the same as what you would do if you just took out a yardage book. So you couldn't do like very detailed undulation maps of the green or something. That's been made illegal. But I think you could do this, and I think this could make golf more fun. It's all, the devil is in the details. The reason that I said that this is going to be a very hard thing to market is because people will only buy this if they get to actually use it in person. So you're completely limited to how many people will actually show up and use this in person. So because you're not gonna buy this online, and you're not gonna buy this online and say like, okay, I really like that. You know, the other thing is too, you know, a lot of people's eyes are occupied by either regular glasses or sunglasses. So, and they do look good. They're able to do it without them. You wouldn't really know if you saw somebody wearing these. Where's the model? Well, okay, she's not going to be wearing those. That girl would rather die than wear those glasses. out in public. But like the guy that I saw wearing these, yeah, see, like that guy, that looks believable. That kid, that looks believable. That chick is not wearing is not wearing those glasses. What is this? Instant voice to text. Okay, okay, this is coming from. Okay, this is what's good here. Because that is what we need for. We need a video like this that shows what it shows for the golf. So, if this ends up being, this could be the wave of the future. This also could be in the dustbin of history because it just never makes that connection over. It all is in how seamless it is, but that would make golf a little bit more. Anything you can do to make golf a little bit more like a video game is good, because knowing those numbers all the time, actually, it does help you. And I'm actually surprised the price isn't too bad for something that's so cutting edge. I don't think $700 is too bad if it can deliver what it says. Hands-free AR display, front, center, and back distances. Plays like that. You need the little map though, and that's what I've found is like you do need the map all the time. And I don't know how it's confusing how this would work with the launch monitor or the other thing. Like that looks basically pretty normal. But then, who you're going to, like, I don't know if anybody's going to be able to trust anyone wearing glasses like that. And if I'm playing somebody for money and they're wearing glasses like that, how can I be sure that they're not getting stuff that is beyond just general knowledge? How do I know that they're not actually getting their lines read for them and stuff like that? When you're going tee to green, I mean, for the most part everything's fine, other than slope distances, weather, things like that can start to get a little bit not sure. But I think it's a good idea. Especially too if you had those glasses on and it did the meta glasses thing where it had bone induction speakers where like you could actually like listen to music or take phone calls or things like that. Anything that keeps the phone more out of your hands. Right now, I love to use the rangefinder that I did a review of, and I like to use the 18 Birdies app. I would like it even more if, similar to the push cart that just follows you around or has a remote, that's improved golf like dramatically for a lot of people. This is like, okay, if I can have all this information but not have to use my phone or not have to pull out the rangefinder all the time, would improve golf. I like this a lot. I think it's all in how it actually works, but I will give the Birdie Lens a 8 out of 10. Sure, I give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, let's go back to the exhibitor list. So we're gonna share a screen here. Sure. And let's go back. Hopefully it doesn't take me. Yeah, see, every single time it takes me to the very top. So we did Birdie Lens. Now let's go to Black Hole Golf. Transforms golf practice display with a smart connection target. Oh, I saw this before. This makes no sense to me. Is kind of unintelligible what this is. They made this AI video of how this thing might work. So you place these hula hoops down and they glow, and somehow this turns into a game. 5 available games at launch, 10 players per device. 2+ years of R&D and play testing, 25. Like I would need, what they need to do is a YouTube video of people doing this and playing the game. Right now it's completely confusing. Like, is this something that you would sell to golf courses and this would increase revenue or something? So this is confusing. I'm not sure what it is. I don't want to spend much more time on it, but maybe it'll about. Black Hole Golf, a new way to play golf anywhere. So you can just drop these on a field and try to hit it into the holes. Easier to start, more fun to play, and fit naturally into real life. Too often, enjoying or improving golf requires perfect schedules, long drive. This is AI. It's just like actually write it or talk. Black Hole Golf isn't replace golf. It's here to expand what the game can be. Let's meet the team. I want to see the. Is that the guy, or is that an AI guy? Brad Thompson. All right, I bet you that's him. I'm gonna look him up. Brad Thompson Golf. So I want to make sure. Um, Brad Thompson Golf Fitness is maybe this is him. That's not him. Brad Thompson Coach. No, that's not him. Golf. And what was the name of this? Black Hole. All right, CEO and founder of Black Hole Golf. See, everything's making me doubt everything now. Like if people are actual real people. This image, real. It is. That's Brad. Okay, fine. Play golf here, there, anywhere. He's done other things before. All right, I like that picture. It's like that picture has been sweetened by AI so much that I don't even think he's real. But he's growing the cosmos. Congratulations, Brad. Okay, we're going to go back to sharing my screen here. Gosh, I keep undoing my share screen. Black Hole Golf, I will give a 4 out of 10. To be determined 4 out of 10. 3.5 out of 10. It could raise itself all the way to like maybe a 7.5. All right, Black Hole, that was all right. IXI by Botronics. Okay, what is this? All right, this is a push cart. The future of golf trolleys, self-driving, self-equipped, with AI, a camera, and a screen, providing golfers real-time performance. Self-driving golf trolley. I mean, is this a problem? Because you put the thing on your belt, it follows you automatically anyway, so I don't know that this matters. The form function of those wheels does not look stout. Just play. And this thing is smart enough to just follow you everywhere and not drive itself into a ditch, maybe, is the idea. Self-driving, effortless technology for golf. It has the cameras. It breaks down easily to fit in your trunk. Yeah, see right now, okay, here, is this the actual thing or is this just a mock-up? Serve the best for every golfer. This is not like, I think it's alright. I think it's okay. Is he doing hand signals to it? Okay, this is actual, we're saying, okay, yeah, that's some kind of hand signal. Okay. Really, I have no idea until you're actually... You know what would make this work better than the hand signals and everything? Would be like if you had a little microphone on you, or, you know, or that lapel thing that clipped on, and all you could say, you'd be like, all right, trolley stop, or trolley follow me. Or, you know, it would automatically follow you unless you said something. It's like, wait here, you know. So things like that might work better than hand signals, or maybe the hand signals work better once you get used to it. So you just have to see. So actually, I think this is pretty cool. It could turn into something. I think it's a little early for it's a little early for what it is, but I think it's all right. I'm going to give the IXI by Botronics a 6.5 out of 10. It all depends on the price. Are they selling it yet? Let's see. It doesn't, I would be shocked. Gallery, see there's no, here's the product. Pre-order, no. Let's go pre-order and see. See, anything that, I don't like anything that is a Kickstarter or some kind of Indiegogo. I don't like that because it's, I'll wait until it's actually out.
What if I told you that having a professional caddy is no longer the monopoly of the elites?
All right, so this is my unsolicited advice. She goes, what if I told you that having a caddy is no longer the monopoly of the elites? So who are you saying I am? I'm the customer. So you're basically calling anybody that would buy this not an elite person. Like, because I don't use a caddy every day, I'm not like elite human capital. So it's like right off the bat, I'm like, you have to know that every single golfer, whether you're playing Recreation Park or you're playing LA Country Club, and I've played them both, every golfer thinks they're an elite golfer. thinks of themselves as an elite person. So, I mean, that really drives me nuts. They would think that's a good idea.
What if I told but it's monopoly of the elites? But it could be delivered to your door.
You would say that we are mad. Well,
I like this
maybe
guy.
we are.
XC is not a golf trolley. It is your caddy reinvented. XC navigates the golf course to always be in the right place at the right time. Using his GPS, with his embedded camera, XC knows you and follows you. XC monitors your game, so you make the best possible decisions. And if you miss that swing, we'll tell you why. Oh,
cool.
and yeah, about that ball, we've got you covered.
Welcome to the world of
The name is
PC.
terrible.
We have made it possible.
Just like, that's fine though. I like that they have a YouTube video. That's smart. Okay, so I am going to give this thing. I've upgraded. I'm going to give this thing a 7.75 because I think it is a cool idea. That it all depends on if it actually works and is not annoying to play with, but actually makes things makes golf more fun. It's like the type of thing. The threshold for this thing is that, like, if I'm driving to the course and I realize that I don't have my IXI with me, I will stop, turn around, and go get it, just because it will make golf easier, it'll make golf more fun, and it'll record everything, so I'll be able to join my round later, or vlog it or share the good things I did to social media, or whatever. So if I would do that, then I would say it's good. All right, so we're sharing this tab. Let's go back. So that was IXI. We're still on training aids, right? Yeah. Man, this is going to take forever to get through because there's so many things. All right, we're going to start having to start speed run these things. The Octo Grip, I think I saw this in the. And let's go straight to the. If you have a web page and then a YouTube page, I'm going to go to the YouTube page first. So I think people. This is what I say every year. Invest a little bit of money into your website. Your website is really just to get people to have a seamless way to buy your product, but to convince people to do it, you're really going to want to use your your YouTube page. All right, so this thing I saw before. So it's this
just a short video
that wraps straight around you from your trail shoulder around you to your trail
tacklers,
elbow.
and we'd be more than
So this is just a video on how
happy to provide any
guy
and one below the elbow.
Saw this guy before. The guy is a good golfer. He's got a good swing, and he's got a nice release. So there's something going on here. They don't really explain, like, okay, what is...
Hey, buddy.
What does this help you do? Like, what is the big fault that everybody is always annoyed by? This helps you do. I mean, definitely, you can see it's holding that flying elbow in. They had a video on here where he did 3 different clubs. He did driver, iron, and wedge, all using this thing. The other thing I thought was that the driver he's using, like if you're going to go videos of yourself, this is a very old driver. So regular golfers are going to see this, and it's just going to stick out to them. They're going to think, okay, is this an old product that never took off because these are videos that you shot back when that driver was new? They might be thinking that. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it would help. So we're going to go here and share this tab instead. I will give the Octo Grip. And why is it called Octo Grip? I don't know what that device is, but it is the swing sling is all right. That was all right. Maybe they're all sharing a spot, but the swing sling itself, I would give a 4.75 out of 10. Let's go back. That was a swing sling. Okay, now we're going to go to chipped. Sports technology, pioneering, and smart balls. This is a big thing at the show this year that I've used before. I had a ball, I forget the name of it, but it was a putter ball that it communicated to your phone. And it was fun to use, but it was a hassle to get set up and a hassle to make sure that it would talk to you. And these people are Murrieta. I could drive to them. Let's see what chip.io says. They had another ball they had another smart ball that was getting kind of taking all the oxygen out of the show that I don't think was this one. It might have been this one. It's the one I saw. Dave Stockton was there and Brad Faxon was rolling it. See, this is the kind of stuff that we need, though. Fill the cup is the drill. Insights are delivered. All right, 5 minutes up to 1 hour. 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, or 10 feet. One ball, multiple. See, if you can turn putting practice into like gamified and exciting. Imagine if you could be solo on a putting green and it would be just as exciting as playing against a buddy for money or something like that, because you're trying to, set a certain score. You're trying to get like tour quality. One of the potential issues with this is that this is something that is done for every sport. So things that are not golf specific sometimes don't really pop off. Pre-order, so that usually means like okay, this is not bad though. $2.99 is not too bad for 3 different balls. And all right, I gotta know more about how this works though. This is why, honestly, not to toot my own horn, but this is why like I'd rather watch a YouTuber explaining how this works and showing you and playing games with it than this. All right, this is Josh Maris, Australian PGA professional and golf tech nerd. Chipped golf, first step in a mission to put a real technology inside the ball, unlocking insights that were once limited. Like the whole thing is like that they're trying to, what I think the mistake that people make with these smart balls is that they're trying to take a smart ball and with putting and turn it into like a little mini Sam Putt Lab to see your stroke and all this other stuff. No, you should make a smart ball and make that into like a video game that does challenges and like survivor mode. And the company that does this the best already is my my putter mat that I have out there, the Chirp. This thing is awesome. Like if you took everything that Chirp does, but you could do it, and I love using it, but you could do what Chirp does out on the course, then you'd be great. Instead, what companies do is they get the hardware correct, but then the software is like a whole bunch of numbers, and it doesn't work correctly. I mean, it gives you the numbers, it works or whatever. It usually takes too long to set up, and like the actionable information is not much. You'd get a lot more out of it if you could, like have a distance control drill, or have like an avatar of this like annoying kid that you're trying to beat, or you're trying to beat, some, like think of the old Mario Golf games, like those little characters, and you're trying to level up through all the different ones. That would be way more, and I don't know, and right now I can't see exactly the competition. So this looks kind of like TrackMan, the TrackMan thing that, what is it? I don't know. They have competitions on TrackMan, like that stuff. Let's see. This is why I should never, if it has a YouTube channel, I should never even go to the website. Here's the YouTube channel.
All right, so I've got 6 golf balls here from our latest batch from the ball manufacturer.
I'm realizing now that you guys can't hear
the chip tap.
So
take a look at the 6 there.
I can't get you to hear it either, so I'm just going to watch it and tell you what he's saying. This is 6 golf balls from this Australian guy, Josh.
Nice regular looking golf balls. Here in the app, I'm going to connect to a ball. They're all asleep at the moment.
That's cool.
Shake to wake them up. We've got all 6 that have appeared. I'm just going to randomly
which one you want to connect to.
Connect to one.
Connected. Mama.
All right, so we're connected.
Maybe you can hear this.
The ball that we're connected to. The ball that we're connected to,
but I don't know which one of those it is. So we have
is 736, but I don't know which one of those it is.
We can see the live.
So we have
the ball.
A mode in the app live, where we can see the live movement of the ball.
So
if I move all 6, you're going to see them all moving around. So let's see which ball it actually is.
Not that ball. It's not that one.
It's not that ball.
It's not that one.
It's not that ball.
There you go. That's the
It's not that one.
We are connected live.
It's not that
to
one.
This ball.
There you go. That's the ball. We are connected live
To
to
connect.
this ball.
Yep, that's the one.
Spin back to connect. Yep, that's the one.
Connected.
Connected.
Okay, let's. Okay, so let's. Sorry if there was an echo there. I don't know if you guys heard what he was saying there. Hopefully. Anyway, so this is a positive development. I think they have the hardware to do something exactly like what I was saying. So I'd be really excited about this. I would give this an 8.2 and 8.5. I think this is cool. Coolest thing I've seen so far. So we're going to share this tab instead. And we can close all this stuff. Let's go back to the list. Man, I already forget the name of that ball. But I remember the last thing I was on was sling. Alright, so that was the chipped. Why? It's a putting ball. Because the ball is chipped. Okay, but there's also a double meaning. Because you can't really chip with the ball, can you? So it's really about putting. So to call your ball chipped, whatever. You're too far down the road with that name anyway. Click Gear and Rovic. Let's see. These are push carts. This is probably outside the scope of what we're talking about today. Yeah, so I think those are good golf carts. But their lunch is being eaten by Amazon and by just like random Chinese knockoff. So it's not a business I would wanting to get into. Oxo Golf is positioned to invent golf training aids and apparel that is actually designed by a golfer. Okay, so bad English here. It kind of shows me what this probably is. Yeah, I've seen this thing before. So let's show all products. This is all a bunch of clothes, but they have a training aid, which is this sway thing. Which basically, if you've seen the Mike Bender Megsa situation, this is similar to that. This is something that you can do with shafts and pool noodles and stuff like that, and it's probably not that useful, I would say. Alright, so that was the OXO Golf. Now we're going to go to Parabolia, which is a cool name. Parabolia is a Korean design brand and reimagines the golf tee as a performance tool and a premium gift. Wouldn't you be thrilled if people thought of this as a premium gift? Okay, no one's using this. I've seen people use these tees, like these exact tees and stuff like that. I've never seen an American person use these tees. These are always used by people who are on like vacation here in California. The Boost tee and the Balance tee. This is just like a 2 out of 10 is the final thing I'll say about the Boost tee or whatever that was. See, Swing Sling is a good name, actually, because that is the thing that's sticking in my mind. Parabolia is the name of the whole brand, I guess. Alright, Dash Clip, the most customizable golf accessories. This is not going to be anything. TheDashClip.com. Let's see. Maybe I'll be surprised. Okay, this is a wallet or something. Kind of like a cheaper version of the Ridge wallet, which is very expensive. I'm assuming this is cheaper. No, it's not any cheaper. It's $75 and $80. This is not in the scope of what we're talking about today, so I give that a 1 out of 10 because it won't help me be better at golf, and I'm completely obsessed with that. I love the Swing Sling because I can always remember where I was in the list. I don't love that this always takes me back to the beginning. Decade Golf is Scott Fawcett's program. They had a little stand there. Scott talked about he's really big into when you hit your driver, basically 99% of the time you need to just play the same shape. Don't try to like draw it on certain holes and fade it on other holes. Just like if you fade your driver, always try to hit your fade. And he's done some great videos with Rick Shields. He did a good video with that. There's things about Scott that are frustrating to watch because Scott is such a really, really good golfer. It's like the thing I always notice about any videos with Scott is like he's always mentioning what a great golfer he is and the scores he's been shooting and the distances he's hitting and mostly his scores. But you know, a lot of good players work with him. There's a lot of smart stuff. A lot of college teams are using this, and I think it's really good. It's incredibly conservative what they want people to do, which is probably, I mean, how people should be playing. So, and their little thing about the tennis court, and I've used this app. It's been bitten off by like Scott's system has been bitten off by other people, but I think this is actually a pretty smart way. You will get better at golf if you use this stuff. If you can control the ball somewhat, like you actually have some control over your ball, then you can use this stuff to get better for sure. And you're not doing this, almost every person I know who is trying to be a professional player is using either Decade or some version of it to get better. And I know some college teams and some coaches from college teams, and it's like mandatory that they put it on their phone and they start doing it. And just I think it's good. Decade Golf, I haven't used the app. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It works. The ISO wrist. This is a straight up training aid that I've seen before. Isolate the wrist. This is a lot like my friend's invention, the pause and throw. Only this goes on the other wrist. Is a wrist stability golf training aid designed to improve putting and short game control by limiting unintended wrist movement. I mean, will that make you better though? That's the whole thing with training aids and whatnot is will limiting something make you better? Or do you have to do the limiting? That in motor control is a big debate. That actually, that would be the type of thing where, like, if I was a teaching pro and giving lessons all the time, that would be the type of thing that I would want to have to be able to give people a certain feeling once or twice. But I don't think it's like necessary to be. That's not the type of training aid that like you would use all the time. Maybe you would, but I don't know. So that was the ISO wrist. I give the ISO wrist a 4 out of 10. Okay, the Ditech Corporation is, what can we do with a digital image? Let's see what this is. This is the #1 launch monitor in Japan. I remember reading something about this. So we go over here. Like, if you look at some of the Unicore and some of the other launch monitors that are coming out of Asia, because they're so advanced with screen golf, and it's like, because there's limited on land, it's like the number one way to play golf over there is with screen golf. Cheesy sound effect. Japanese woman telling me how to use this. The image is terrible. Like, if you're gonna do this, shut off all the other lights in the building so I can see. Like, I can't see anything of what's going on. It does show you that slow motion impact, which is pretty cool. What is this? Okay, digital image technology. Okay, so this is a company that does really high-level digital image technology, and now they're morphing into golf. Let's try this one more time. Horrible music. This corporate music, you guys can't hear it. Beautiful sweat. Yeah, I mean, how are you going to break into this industry with your device is to have it, like, just work, have it not be a big subscription to work, and then be at a price point that is, like, easier than all the other things. I mean, GC Quad has been the same price for, like, 10 years. Show my screen. Okay, so I will give Ditech Corporation a TBD and also a. Okay, that was the ISO wrists, Swing Breeze Golf. Let's check this out. Another training aid. Like other years have been like a drought. I haven't been seeing much stuff, but this year has been very good. All right, so this thing is interesting to me. I do not want to download your brochure. Dude, why did you do that to me? This thing is interesting to me. If you remember, there's a famous story about Steve Stricker. And when Steve Stricker was... This website is not that great. Oh, there you go. When Steve Stricker was reinventing his swing or something after he was like, you know, before he got the 3 in a row Comeback Player of the Year awards and shut the award down, apparently his father-in-law, who was a golf pro, I'm getting this story probably way off, but his father-in-law, who was a golf pro, did, apparently the story is they went into this thing, you know, in Wisconsin where it was totally snowy, but then they were in a little shed with heat that you could hit balls out onto the snowy driving range. And apparently Steve thought his swing was way too active, so he actually duct taped Steve's hands together. And that's where Steve got this really pronounced looking wedge swing that is like very, very small, minimal hands. And he became the best wedge player of his generation, and really then became totally resurgent in golf. Now, something like this could possibly recreate that feeling, and I'd be super interested to try it, especially if I could get it with both hands. Let's see how it works. Oh, you're killing me. All right, that's a play button that doesn't play, which is annoying. This is a golfer's wrist guide that is empty and doesn't work. This impact position is wonderful, and that ball position is really far forward if that's an iron. But feel the breeze. Why is this a swing breeze? What is the name Swing Breeze? It makes me think it's gonna be a swing fan. All right, comfort. Okay, like I think they're mainly doing this for people who have grip issues and can't really grip anymore, but still want to play golf. People with like arthritis and things like that. No, I think you should be marketing this to people who want to play golf better, and it should be a training aid to take your hands out of the swing. And they should talk to Steve Stricker or Steve Stricker's father-in-law. Who knows if he's around anymore? But they should talk to him or Steve Stricker's daughter and get them to endorse this product. It is actually, that is great advice. Swing Breeze, I think there's probably something to it. I think they're going after the wrong audience, but I think it's a good idea. So I will give the Swing Breeze a 5.5 out of 10, and they could level that up. I'd have to try it. Okay, let's go back. Let's go to Breeze. Okay, not Breeze. There we go. Drop T Inc. So I'm not even going there. All right, it's just something, you know, automatic tee up system for driving range. This is really interesting to me. I got a... Okay. This is really interesting to me. I got a text just now. So what this is a completely markerless system where you have to set this thing up at like a lab. So like Urban Golf Performance or Golf Tech or some indoor place, right? You would set this place up with all these cameras, and then this Elva system would, without having to get, and you know guys have seen the AMG videos with all the gear stuff. So this is saying that it can basically do a lot or all of what gears can do without having to strap into the stuff. One pro that John Sinclair that I was talking to, he's measured a lot of people on different devices. And one of the things he thought was very interesting was the effect that putting a device on a person or on a golf club has on the swing. Like, just the fact of you putting something on your body can change your swing quite a bit. So the ultimate is to be able to go into a place and have it capture, or the ultimate would be able to capture this on the golf course, which they did at the Masters last year. and have completely markerless, and to be able to see what you do without putting anything on your body. First of all, like the video I think here is good for this splash video, and the golfers in this thing have great swings. This is out of Finland, I believe. Let me see. I don't know. And one of the things is Dr. Rob Neal is working with them, and he's great. Like, he will myth bust and separate fact from fiction better than any other doctor or any other scientist that does golf research stuff that I've seen. Like, he really does a good job with that. I've seen a lot of the videos that they've put up with this, the Elva thing, and I think it's exciting. I think it's really stale as far as you would really, really need a smart coach, kind of like Gears. You would need a smart coach to go through it with you. So I think when they can get Elva linked with a launch monitor, linked with a good pro, this can be game changing. It can be like a type of golf lesson where you're like, okay, I'll go to a pro, or I'll pay $150 for a golf lesson. But if this pro has the Elva system, I will pay $2,000 once a year or something for a golf lesson. It would be a premium for sure. Now, if they can do it where it's Elva and launch monitor, so Elva's the body tracking system, launch monitor and AI that is kind of figuring out your biggest fault, and then also you can go back and forth with it and say like, okay, I'm going to, and it's going to give you different drills to try. That would be important. What's also really important, I have to talk to Dr. Rob Neal, is how much is this relying on kinematics and how much is this going into the kinetics of the forces behind the motion. Sometimes some of this software that shows how your body is moving is a little too positional, and that really doesn't help you that much if it doesn't know like how you're using the forces. So it's like it's got to be like a force first application. But I think Elva is very cool, and I think this will be the future of a lot of golf tech. Will be markerless stuff like this. I'll give this an 7.75 out of 10, maybe an 8 out of 10, and with potential to go more if they get the software more user friendly and more obvious of what you're trying to do, like over the top, slicing it under the bottom, like really certain head movement things, head and hip depth, early extension. Like these things should be like basic things that are really easy to work on with this system. But right now I think they're like relying too much on like an expert thing to interpret it. But it looks like the guys are super smart that are doing this, and I think it'll probably get there. So let's go back. Man, this is gonna have to be, I don't want to make this a two-parter. Energy first this is nothing. I don't think this is anything. Energy first. We're gonna check it out instead. This made no sense to me, this whole website. This is just like a teaching pro that I didn't understand. I'd have to be there. I'd like to talk to him because I think the teaching content looked good, but I think Energy First is pretty much just a teaching pro from Orlando. So we'll go Energy First here, and we'll go back. Okay. Physio, train between lessons. The Physio app is a great name if it's for like physical therapy. It's a very good name. The Physio app delivers 10 to 15 minute training sessions of movement drills that can be done at home. All right, so this is a good idea, but it all comes down to how fun is it. Like let's see. Instructors earn extra income. All right, they're marketing this to instructors. I could definitely see how, for example, Deion Sanders right now on the Colorado Buffs football team. He's finding his players. If they don't do their therapy session, if they're late to their therapy session, they're gonna get fined $500. If they no-show to their physical therapy session, they're gonna get fined $1,500. And same thing for practices and workouts and things like that and film sessions. That shows you that if you're serious about being the best you can be at golf, you got to take these things very seriously, your therapy sessions and your training. And so this could be a way that you could hold your students accountable and be like, okay, do this stuff. But it all comes down to the details. It's got to be fun to do. Ideally, you should be able to set up your phone or whatever, and it watches you in wireframe, like it actually counts the reps for you and stuff like that. The people in the videos that are doing the like ideally it should be like Paige Spiranac, who is taking you through these physical exercises, or somebody like her, you know, that is just like super exciting and good looking, and you're gonna want to be on the app, you know, doing this stuff. So like I'd rather have, instead of like somebody with like all the like great degrees or whatever show me what to do or whatever, I'd rather have somebody, you know, somebody that has been taught to, like a professional model, like somebody that, and if there looks like these things are golf swing exercises, even more so than physical therapy exercises. But I would rather, so if they're golf swing exercises, you want like somebody that's got like a really amazing looking golf swing. All right, here is I think I stopped streaming. Yes. Hold on a second. Screen. Screen. Product details. Okay, so click here to train. This is kind of a good looking thing. There's the music they put on these things. All right, this guy's doing this training in his house. Kind of like I think a better version of this was, remember how big whatever that thing that Alex used to do, the Zen golf, not Zen golf, but it was the Tathata golf. It was kind of something similar to this. But it just looks too boring and not high tech enough. I don't see people doing it. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. That was physio. Let's go back. Back again. Flight Scope, we know what that is. Foresight Sports, we know what that is. Form is a digital fitness service that combines smart home gyms with personal training. So let's see what Form is. I've had some really big companies contact me about this kind of stuff recently. Yes, I actually had a different company contacting me about a AI smart mirror. It wasn't this one, I don't think. But they wanted to actually pay me a lot of money to install this thing in my house, but I didn't think I had enough room. I think this is cool. If this could get you, you know, I think this is a good idea, and it looks pretty nice. Especially too, like the company that contacted me, and this might not have it, but the company that contacted me, they just sold the device, and it did not have a subscription, which was great because almost all these things have subscriptions. So I will give the Form mirror, I think. I've seen almost tons of golf coaches are giving up, more or less. A lot of golf coaches are giving up on instruction and just trying to make their golfers stronger. That's what this one huge company, they've basically resigned themselves to doing the most basic fundamentals, like the kind of lesson Arnold Palmer will give you, and then fitness. And then just putting those two things together. That's why you're seeing like so much fitness stuff, because a lot of golf pros are getting completely lost in the sauce of how to get people better at golf. So they're like, let me just make the machine better. Full Swing Golf, we know what this is. Full Swing Golf this is my friend Sean is coming out with a lot of training aids there. So they have their launch monitor, but then they're coming out with some really nice high-end training aids. You know, the basic stuff, smash bag. I love the swing fan. The impact reminder. So I think that stuff's good. The Genius Ball. So remember we did the other ball? There's Gears Golf. I think Gears Golf is, I hate to say, I think their days are numbered unless they switch to a markerless company. And of course they'll say, you know, oh, we're 1,000 times more accurate. Okay. I'm not taking an hour and a half and a lot of technical snafus to put this thing on. I want to walk into a place, you know, maybe wear a regular, you know, maybe have to get down to like a bathing suit even, or something like I had to, like we did at Dr. Kwan's. But I don't want to put a bunch of stuff on my body. Okay, Genius Ball. So remember how when we were watching the other ball, it was chipped? I thought that was really good. Now here's the Genius Ball, and this is similar. This is the one that was taking all the air out of the show because it had a lot of famous people going over there. Is that what's inside? I don't think that's what's inside. I know there's smart stuff inside. See how it works. And this, so it's like these two things. Whoever, see, Charles Schwab was there putting with it. I saw that. Dave Stockton was there putting with it. This is like a ton. I'm actually, see, and then this is where this is trying to be. I thought when I saw all the information about this, see, launch direction. That's why, for example, they had the Ping putting app that you used to put the old iPhone on the iPing on your shaft. And when it first came out, it was awesome. It like blew up on My Golf Spy. It was huge. It was great. And then they totally throttled it because you could no longer do any of the fun modes and challenges. And they turned it just into a fitting tool. I feel like this Genius Ball is trying to be like a bad version of Sam Putt Lab. And the chipped ball is more going maybe more towards games and stuff like that. And I think whatever company goes more towards games and stuff like that, I think that's the direction to go towards. I mean, you want to make it, if you want to make it $700, then you can make it like a little mini Sam Putt Lab. But if you want to sell it for $300 or $250 and have everybody use it, when everybody uses it, they're going to want it to be, you know, little games and little like brag tags with the games and stuff. I'm actually, of these two companies, even though this one has all the backing, I'm more interested in the chipped company. I don't know what I give the chip thing. I will give this, I will give this a 7 out of 10. But it is so sterile looking compared to the other stuff. Look at all these Josh Allen. Look at all these voices. It's just, I don't know, rubs me the wrong way. We're going to switch to this one. I don't know why I'm bothered by that. I guess I'm rooting for Josh, the Australian guy, to win this war of the smart balls. Or so than I'm rooting for Josh Kelly and Charles Schwab and Dave Stockton and all these people. So, yeah, so let's go. And their address is in Buffalo, New York. Josh Kelly maybe really does have something to do with this. Okay, so we're going to go, that was the Genius golf ball. Man, we're not getting through this list at all. Let's see. Genius. Get a grip. All right, we guys have to speed run these. Instant reactions. Get a grip with the Stroke Master. This is the same thing as the other thing that I said about Steve Stricker. And calling yourself the Stroke Master is incredibly cringe. So I would pick a different name. Their Golf Gifts and Galleries is nothing. Golf Forever, I think, is great. This is my friend makes a product that actually is like a cheaper version of Golf Forever, but I think Golf Forever is like so smart to be doing for yourself. I think this stick with the band that Scotty actually uses this thing. He doesn't just use it only for their videos. He actually uses it. And who else is that? Ben on? Can't tell. And but I think it's smart, and their videos are beautiful. I don't know if it might be a membership, which is annoying, but I think Golf Forever is actually really great, and I think it's good. I don't know if it's hard enough. It might be, and maybe I could talk to them and see, but I think Golf Forever is a really smart product. I think it's interesting that Justin Leonard is like a big person that you always see in all their stuff because he's a really great golfer, but such a short hitter. But that might not be the point. But you know, when I'm in the gym, I want to be thinking that I'm getting longer. Golf Forever, I think it's super great. I think I will give it an 8 out of 10 just because it works and their execution and the beauty of their videos and everything is super good. All right, why visit our stand? It's one golf platform to connect and blah blah blah. What is this? Is this like 18 birdies? The Golf Guiders app. The world of golf at your fingertips. Best golfing experience. It looks like Facebook for golf. I don't know what this is. I'm going to try this just for 1 second. And their website is slow. New world of golf. The world of golf at your fingertips. Looks like 18 birdies. And then it's got all like golf social videos, golf stuff to buy. This is going nowhere, I think. Man, I stopped sharing my app. I just don't think it's not. When you're trying to make like an app that does everything for golf, so you're competing against YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and these companies that have literally like trillions of dollars. Like, why? You have no chance of being better than something that Google can make. So, you know, with 18 birdies, you know, it's already a really good app. I don't know. So I would concentrate on the one thing you do, and don't try to be like Amazon and it's like and TikTok and you know, Facebook feed. It's just that's my initial opinion. I could be convinced otherwise. Probably not. All right, the sim booth experience. Let's see what this is. Okay, this is like an all-in-one grab and go thing because a lot of people are doing this inside. I think this is good. I'm getting less and less into like golfing in your house. I mean, I think that whole thing needs to be changed, actually. There's things that you can do in your house, but more and more, like, I don't want to be, I want to be at the golf course. And I don't really, the thing is, like, you know, I've been going to John's place a lot. Or take a putt lab, or take a golf lab in Costa Mesa. And I started to notice that if I did a little practice there, just enough to get sharp, I'd play well. But if I practiced there a ton, I'd play bad. I'm like, why is that? It was weird. So, I don't know. That cooled me down, cooled my jets a little bit on, what is it, Golf Guide? Cooled my jets on indoor golf. I'm not as into it. I know it was like really huge for a while, and it probably will continue to be. But man, TGL has, maybe TGL is the thing that ruined indoor golf for me. Not like last season, I liked it. I haven't watched a shot of it this year. Not interested at all. Okay, Greenkeepers manufacturers. Those are T's. Green Talk. Golf Training Solutions. Genovo Golf Ball connects with app to track putting. So this is a third smart golf ball. Who is going to win the smart golf ball wars? This is out of South Korea. Let's check this out. Right now, the chipped ball is in the lead for me. They're the underdogs that are in the lead for me. I liked their video about how it worked. See, I knew. Music. Okay, so there's. Oh my god. It's like. blend together with this mat to My New Green World, Reincarnation of the Green Environment, Pioneer in the Smart Golf Industry. This is like a non-English speaker that made this. Makes no sense. Not interested. I will give this a 4 out of 10. Maybe it could be something better, but usually these things go nowhere. Show this tab instead. Let's go back. So that was Genius, Get a Grip, Green Keepers, Green Talk. All right. Did I skip any? That was Genovo, GT Golf Supply. Those are push carts. High Definition Golf is indoor golf. Impact Sports. Fully customized golf simulators. Inkpack. This thing is cool. I don't know if you've seen this, but I think this is a smart idea. I give it a 8 out of 10. Check it out. So you put this thing on the ground and it sprays like basically foot spray onto your face easily, and you don't have to bend over or pick it up. It's pretty basic. I think they're being kind of goofy in how they're marketing it, like they're trying to sell these to ranges or whatever. But I think it's individuals that would buy that. It's a pretty basic thing. I think it's smart because the more you can focus and concentrate on hitting the center of the face with any shot, you will get better at golf. And I think it's a smart idea. And then you just wipe it off with a towel and it doesn't hurt. I think it's a good idea. So good for you guys to do that. What was the last one? Man, we're not even halfway through. Let's Interloop. Okay, I'm going to be talking to the people from Interloop because I think this is a super great idea. Actually, in about 8 minutes, I'm talking to the guy from Interloop. So what this is a little microphone that goes on yourself, and then it talks to AI that's on your phone, and it monitors, and you wear it when you play golf, and it monitors your self-talk. There's some really interesting. Let me go to the website. There's some really interesting research about self-talk and performance, right? And I read some of this research, and I looked at this Interloop stuff. I think this is Trevor, who is the main guy to it, right? So anyway, so the interesting research, when I read this research, I also read about how important self-talk is to your performance. It's not just to make you feel better, but you actually will play better if you can improve your self-talk. And this thing is like spying on you the entire round. I mean, it's not shared with anybody, but the AI can tell what you said, and then it processes whether it was positive or negative after your shots. And then, like, I don't know how else it works. I'm going to talk to this guy to see. But then I also saw in the research that talking to yourself in the second person, saying like, you have 110 yards, you have an uphill lie, you have 15 steps to the hole, you are going to do this. Like, talking to yourself in the second person is really powerful. And also talking to yourself like you're talking to a little kid. Like, okay, buddy, so what you're going to do here, pal, is you're going to want to, like, even like, okay, that wasn't a good shot. That wasn't your best shot. You know this, like, that actually works really well. So the first time after doing this I learned about this 2 days ago, this Interloop thing, and I read the research. Yesterday, I had amazing self-talk with myself, and I shot 71. So I thought that was really great. So I like this thing. Okay, I think I am out of time. Let me go back to the list for a second. Yeah, I'm out of time. So let me just see if there's anything. I mean, I didn't even make it through. Capto is good. JC Golf is fine. Journal 18 is bad. The Lagmaster is no good. Little Lynx is nothing. The slope reading trainer is too expensive, useless, unless you're it's aim point instructors should buy it though, so people can come in their place and train on it. Head golf gear is going nowhere. Stick to tennis. Prong putting is nothing. Pure Golf designs imperfect tools for Tour Pro and rest of his training. I don't know what that is. The putter key is putting is nothing. Putt out is useful, but we've seen it. The quiet stroke is not as good as advertised. It is actually a pretty smart idea, but it's not that good. Real Full Golf Mats is nothing. Markers is nothing. Rookie is laser putting. Yeah, it's nothing. Shot Scope is, we know what that is. Slope Vision turns a putter into a slope reading tool. I'd have to look into that. Sounds interesting. Southwest Greens, the Speed Toad is pretty smart, but I think there's easier things available. But I think it's actually pretty smart to use your own shaft, and it all depends. I don't know how the Speed Toad app works. That's the whole thing that makes Sasha McKenzie's app, whatever it's called. Can't think of it now. So good. It's good. The app is good. Swing Catalyst is great. Works. Swing Scribe, record, and that's nothing. It's just a notepad. Sinlon, Impact Ball is so basic. The Golf Saber is not what you think it is. It's just makes pre-recorded sounds when you swing a light over another light. Maybe I don't know. It's not what it should be. Turtle Box Audio is nothing. Unicore is very good. It's probably going to take over the other ones if they can get it cheaper. Putt View is really great. That's I think I really want to try this. It's like a 10 out of 10 potentially. If this works like the boxing game works. No, this is not what I thought it was. There is an AR system where you see real life here, and then you look and you see a fake course when you have the goggles on. If that works as good as I think it should work, then that would maybe win the show. I have to find the name of it. Let me go back to here. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Man, that was a long video, but it was a lot of fun. Those are my opinions. If you want to change my mind, if you make one of these products and you think I'm wrong, let me know. And I'm glad to check out any of these things. I'm actually interviewing a couple of these companies soon just to see how good they are and see if they can help golfers. Thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button. Thanks for being members, for all the members who saw this early.